Hello, I am Mac, at least for today, and everything is going to be okay. This is a Waking Titan 1.5 report. I'm doing it right after the live drop in London on Saturday, July 7th. I'm going to go ahead and go through. I watched the whole live stream of the live drop, and I'm going to go through my quick synopsis of what happened. You can watch the whole live stream though that Plays Gaming did. It's in my Waking Titan 1.5 playlist. It'll be just before this video, so you might have watched already if you were watching the playlist. But basically what happened was, okay, the place they were supposed to go to was Holborn, London, and near the roads A40 and Theobald's, and they were supposed to go to the Fenner statue, which is a statue in a small little park there, and Plays Gaming and a guy named Tom, who was also streaming, were waiting there by the statue. And after a little bit, ROBOTBOY showed up. He's another YouTuber, and then we got another Precon 007 command on wakingtitan.com, and it gave a glitched image of a novelty shop. So the novelty shop was about a block away from the park, so they walked through the park over to the novelty shop, and they went in, and there was a bunch of cool machines, and there was a guy who I really think was someone from the ARG. He was sitting at a game called Alien Probe. There were all these old-timey game machines, probably from before there were video games. Well, I don't know how old they were, but they looked pretty old. But they asked the owner of the shop, or the guy that was manning the cash register, and he said, I think he said something about winning a Nobel Prize, or maybe it was on the Precon Hex data, I don't know. But they looked around the shop and they saw the machine that they were supposed to go to, but they didn't know for sure yet, and so they asked the guy, the young guy sitting at the Alien Probe, and this pretty much confirmed that he was part of the ARG, because they asked him if he was Alex, and he said no, but then he said, I heard you talking about a Nobel Prize, and he went over and pointed at the machine that said you can win a Nobel Prize. The name of the machine was Large Hadron Collider, which has come up in the ARG before, particle colliders and such, and it was basically a pachinko machine, you put a ball in and it goes down these little metal prongs until it falls into some kind of hole, and the point of it was to win a Nobel Prize. So the guy at the front desk gave them a free token, and so they put the token into the machine, and a whole bunch of metal balls came out for them to put in, kind of like a pinball machine, but it just fell through, and usually they failed and it went into the black hole, but there were these other holes that they could fall into, and they won. Well, they got some of the correct holes that would say funny things like string theory, some shoelaces can never be untied, and stuff like that. But finally they won the Nobel Prize for the God particle, and this triggered a machine over by the counter where the guy was at the cash register, and so he gave them each this little like stamped tinfoil wrapper kind of paper that said Nobel Prize on it, but he also pulled out these envelopes from behind the counter, which were probably given to him by the young man. Probably the young man told the guy at the counter that whoever wins the next Nobel Prize is to get these envelopes or whatever. So the guy pulled out the envelopes, and inside the envelopes was actual Xbox cases for the new No Man's Sky copy of the game. They were empty though. There was no game disc inside, but it was the actual, well, it was a bit altered, but it looked like the actual Xbox boxes for No Man's Sky Next. However, on the back, everything was blurred out. You can barely make out some of it, but basically a couple of the screenshots on the back were ones we've seen before. The picture of the Colossus mining a pile of Iridium, and the picture of a freighter out in space that we've already seen before. But a different screenshot at the top, you can see fairly well that it is an exosuit, a red exosuit, and there's also a base off to the right side of the picture, and there is what appears to be a save point. No, not a save point. It's actually a signal booster. The guys in the live stream kept saying it was a save point, but I could tell by the beam going up that it's actually a signal booster. And there was something else there that we couldn't really tell what it was. It might have been another player, like in a green exosuit, or something else. And the other really big thing is on the front of the disc at the bottom, it says includes Foundation, Pathfinder, Atlas Rises, and the new massive Next update. So, I mean, Sean already said it was going to be their biggest update yet, but now they're using the word massive, so I guess it's kind of big news that it's confirmed that the next update is massive. But that just kind of gets us even more excited because we know it's going to be really, really big. And that pretty much confirms that it's not just multiplayer. It wouldn't be a massive update if it was just multiplayer, or even just multiplayer ringed planets and a new ship. It's definitely a lot more than that. Of course, we know about new audio, whatever the newest audio file is hinting at, some kind of fleet mission system thing, who knows. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. And there was a note on the inside of the Xbox cases that was actually written and signed by Sean Murray. It said, I forget exactly what it said, but it said thank you, maybe it was thank you for all your support or something like that. I hope you enjoy what's next. And then it said XOXO, and then it had Sean Murray's signature. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. They got, all three of them each got an Xbox case with the note inside of it. Plays Gaming, Robot Boy, and Tom. So yeah, that was pretty cool to watch. Again, the whole live stream is in my playlist, Waking Titan 1.5, or you can just go to the Plays channel and watch it there. I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else going to happen this weekend. It feels like that was kind of the last thing, because we had the whole in-game live drop that I participated in yesterday, and then we had this London live drop. So I think that's it for this weekend. Reddit, supposedly people on Reddit got a hold of Alex, Simon's brother. So, and Simon, the Dreamer's, like, picture turned green, so I think that means that he's ready for extraction. So we finished everything for Simon. I think the two Dreamers that we still have that are not completed are Nina and Mike. They still have some conversations to do. And then we have two more Dreamers that have not been connected to the dashboard yet. But we're getting close to being done with the Dreamer activity. And then I think we'll be moving on, well, we'll be moving on to the last part of the activity, which is the extraction event. So we're getting all of the Dreamers 100% defragmented so that they're ready for extraction. And then I've been saying that I think the last week before the next update will be the extraction event. Might just be like a weekend, like the weekend right before the update. Might be a live stream on Twitch or something like we did in the first Waking Titan. And that will probably be the extraction event where we will have to solve puzzles, maybe recall information about each Dreamer to help them be extracted. I really hope that we will be able to save all of them. Of course, we didn't save Tariq. He was the Ware tech supervisor that was supposedly infiltrating and corrupting the servers. So when we shut down the servers, he died. But hopefully we can help all the other Dreamers because they all seem like good people. Of course, we've got the really corrupted one that we don't know the name for. We just have the number 2311 and some other numbers and the letter T. That probably is not someone we can save, because that, I think, represents the original Traveler, like the Traveler that gets copied endlessly and becomes the player that we play as. So I'm pretty sure we cannot save that particular Dreamer, but hopefully all the other Dreamers that are humans and are connected by the Wear headsets, hopefully we can save all of them, all those people that have human personalities that we've talked to. So that's about it. I think this is my 49th Waking Titan 1.5 report, so I'm probably going to wait until we've got a lot of big news before the 50th one. I want episode 50 to be really special. But that's about it. We're done with the London live drop. We got some tidbits on the Xbox covers that those YouTubers got that went to the live drop. And we're moving on into the end of the Dreamer event. And we just have one more element to unlock on the Myriad dashboard. So, I've been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything is going to be okay.